What is going on, guys? We are here for Coffee Run. You guys have questions. Hopefully we can get some answers. Let's get started. Question number one, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self? This is a great question, and I hope some 18-year-olds are out there listening. Again, I don't have all the answers, but I've thought about this a little bit. A few different things. So one, learn how to code and really dive into programming and development. Again, it will pay off. I just did a video on this, but I really wish I would have gotten into it. My 18-year-old self, I definitely would have told myself to get into Amazon more, so I could have been even earlier, but it is what it is. Just because your friends are or aren't doing something, that shouldn't be your litmus test for how hard you're going. You should literally just be going as hard as possible. I wish that, so what I'd tell my 18-year-old self is, I need to work a lot harder than I was. I thought I was working hard, and I kind of was, but I could have worked a lot harder. Number two, I have a great idea, but I'm not a good salesperson. What would be your advice? Check it out. I'm not a great salesperson. And so I just allowed the product to speak for me. So it was more around like just building a great product. Let's go this way. So it was a lot more around building a great product and then just saying, hey, can you check this out? I'd love to get your feedback. And if whatever it is, whatever your idea is that you want to sell, if it's good enough, then people will use it. And if it's good enough, then people will tell other people about it and they'll start using it. And so really your customers will become your greatest salespeople if you're building product well enough. And then from there, once you start having some money going, you can hire a salesperson, you can hire a marketing team that can start doing those different things for you. So I definitely wouldn't look at myself as a salesman, and we've done a great job with Fire Launch just because we've focused on building great products. All right, question number three, do you think we are nearing an economic collapse? Well, guys, I am not an economist. I read a lot, and so there definitely appears to be signals that we are nearing an economic collapse, but there's been a lot of articles over the last 6-7 years. I'll say there's an increasing number of these articles leading or pointing towards an economic collapse. So I personally am planning on one happening over the next, like maybe end of 2019. A good book on economics that I really love is called A Piece of the Action, How the Middle Class Joined the Money Class. A wonderful, wonderful intro to US economics and how the modern economy came to be. Anyways, I'm planning on it. I think Fire Launch is doing a good enough job of preparing for it. I don't think you can always prepare. I also think Amazon is in a great place so that if there is an economic downturn, Amazon will be pretty good. I mean, it's the cheapest place to buy stuff conveniently, and so where else are you gonna go?
What's going on, guys? So we had some technical difficulties with the camera, so we had to come back to the office, switch up the gear, and we're good to go now. So this is sitting with coffee. All right, question number four, how do you motivate yourself? This is a good question, and I think that it comes in a lot of different forms. Naturally, I'm just a very motivated person. I'm pretty motivated by the idea of competition. So much like I said, to my 18-year-old self, I'm always imagining that my competitors are working so much harder than me. Another thing that was really motivating to me this weekend that I was kind of just thinking through is I think that we easily forget that we are creating our story. We're actively creating the story that people are going to talk about us with, or how people are going to think about us, remember us. How do they talk about us to their friends? We're actively creating that story. And so if you want that story to be that you work super hard, then you need to work super hard in order to create that story. Friday night, I had the opportunity to watch a movie or to take some new data science coding lessons or whatever. So I was going through those lessons because that's the story that I want to create. I want to push the team. I want to achieve these types of things, and those are the actions that are going to help me to get there versus watching a movie. So question number five, what is your biggest time waster? I think my biggest time waster is probably Instagram, I think. At one point I wanted to delete my social media apps, but I also am trying to show people what's going on, the behind the scenes thing, so I need my social media apps. So if you have an iPhone, I don't know if this is available on Android, and you search screen time on your iPhone, you can see where you're spending your time. So I spend about 2/3 of my time on my news app, so reading news. So I feel like I'm doing a good job balancing Instagram and other things. I know that My wife and I, when we're eating dinner, like sometimes we'll pull up YouTube and I might watch a couple videos after we're eating that aren't educational. So kind of between YouTube and Instagram. So it's not very much time in my day, but it's definitely more than I wish, which is like 0.
Are you comfortable taking a screenshot of that screen time and then me sharing that?
I am, yeah. So today, like 1/9 of my time in social networking. Over the last 7 days, definitely more time. I spent more, in the last 7 days, I spent more time on Instagram than I did reading the news. That's embarrassing.
What was your number one,
Most used Instagram, 4 hours over the last week. Second, Google News, 3.5 hours. Third, Slack, 1.5 hours. Email, almost an hour. We'll show people. All right, guys. I need to use less Instagram. I guess I was just paying attention to today. All right, guys, this has been Coffee Run / Sitting with Coffee with Casey. We had some technical difficulties. We got through it. Thank you for the questions. Hopefully you guys got some great answers that are gonna help you along your journey. If you guys have any questions or think of anything that you'd like for me to answer, please post them down below in the comments. It's been another great week, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Thanks so much for checking out the video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you want to see the day-to-day, come check me out on my personal Instagram. Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it. And come check me out on personal. Come check me out.